As most of you probably know, I love me a good Be a Pro. Obviously, a huge focus on this year's game is going to Be a Pro, which I absolutely love. It is overdue, but we're getting it. With all that being said, let's watch the trailer and see how this looks.
What's going on, everybody? Craig McMorris here. I am
What's up,
psyched
Craig?
that EA Sports has invited me to get into the nitty-gritty about Be a Pro in NHL 26. Who better do that with than North Vancouver's very own Macklin Celebrini? I get to
can't
talk
think of
about
anyone
Be a
better.
Pro, which hasn't seen an update like this in some time. All new
telling me.
presentation elements, refreshed storylines, characters, challenges, and consequences. That means every decision you make will impact your career as you try to go from rookie to superstar. With more on that, let's go to Mike Englehart.
No.
We know you all love some good old pricey pond hockey, but it was
Okay.
due time for a refresh. One of the big updates to Be a Pro in
Correct.
NHL 26 is in its presentation. There are a grip of new cutscenes and cinematics, along with all new voice actors, which really
I love
elevate
this,
the
by
mode
the way.
and story at large.
Hey, congrats on making the roster. This is a huge accomplishment.
From a new World Juniors trophy ceremony sequence,
I'm sorry. I know he's a hockey player. It's not like he's not an actor or anything, but that line reading was something. Can't you just use like AI for that? I didn't even really think about it, but honestly, you just need a small sample of their voice and then you could just have it read pretty much anything. So far, I am seeing a lot of things I like, but that conversation with Macklin, I just really hope those aren't overbearing and annoying.
cinematics of the moment you get drafted, your first time in an NHL dressing room, all new tunnel walkouts, to celebrating
That's
the
kinda
Stanley
cool.
Cup in that dressing room. These new visuals immerse you in the drama and storytelling of a superstar
Nice if I
NHL
could win a
journey.
cup. Had no luck this year.
One of the new additions we're really excited about are the new media scrums, where, depending on how you play, you'll either get your flowers.
Again, I really like that they changed this. I just hope it's not too much. My main concern is that this is going to be happening after like every game. You know what I mean?
Or get grilled. And every
Or get
response you
grilled.
give comes with consequences and affects how your player will grow. We heard the community and we took action. Be a Pro
This
in
is so
NHL
fire.
26 is a completely reimagined experience that begins with an all-new chapter-based core game.
The World Juniors
which
thing is
brings
the
about more
coolest.
stakes and immediate, impactful consequences to your actions in-game. Now, your story begins in the semifinals of the World.
I know that I said this a lot in the last one, but so far, props to the editors again. I feel like they are doing a really good job. I just assume a lot of the animations and stuff aren't really in the game, and like the camera pans, obviously, because you're just looking at a screen. But yeah, they're doing a good job.
Juniors, where you create your character, pick your nation, and your performance dictates your NHL draft positioning. From there, immerse yourself
Love
in
it.
the emotion of the draft and your first NHL game as you dive into your rookie year, the chase for the cup, and, if you can pull it off, a Hall of Fame worthy career.
Not the
Once
best
I was
goaltender
dressed and
position
everything,
ever.
I was just so excited to start playing. I still remember going out for the rookie lap, looking around the arena, like it was kind of like a moment where it hit me.
What we wanted to make sure we foregrounded in Be a Pro was the emotion of the pro hockey journey, both the highs and the lows, and that comes through in how you carry yourself off the
Lot of
ice,
lows this year
in
for
front of
your
the
boy.
media, and in your performances on the ice. Each has consequences, big and small, that impact your playthrough. To that end, your performance affects your progression from chapter to chapter. Play well and get bumped up to the starting line, and bask in the adoration of the fans and the media. Underperform, and you'll stay put on the bench, face pointed questions from the press, tough talks with management, and even
What if I'm a
a trip
goalie?
down to the AHL.
But then, Chief,
This degree of self-determination adds an incredible amount of substance. And just like a pro hockey career, you'll
is it possible to be sent to the AHL in NHL 25 or 24 or 23? I feel like it isn't. So I'm actually pretty hyped that they have that back in the game. Buddy, if I had it this year, I'd be in the Coast. Actually, I'd probably be a backup in the Coast.
will you fold or shine?
Didn't realize I paused it that close to the end. But you know what? There's a lot of good things in there. This looks really promising. So this is one of the big things here. One of the talking points I wanted to get to because obviously we know the conversations right now are pointless and super annoying. They just come up all the time. Like, bro, I don't need to know that we're going to a museum, okay? I don't care. Obviously, based on this, you can see that there is still brand and teammate likability, so that is still a factor, and I think based on what they said in this, it does mean a little bit more. Also, this is kind of cool. The media scrums, based on your answers, you can get different boost to stats. I don't know if that'd be like a full boost or just a temporary boost, but it does seem quite interesting. I just need to keep hammering the point home. I hope it's not overbearing. The World Juniors is going to be unreal. I cannot wait to be Swiss cheese for Canada. It's going to be beautiful. See, this is something where it's just like one cutscene, like you'll see it once when you get drafted, which is cool. I like it, but I don't necessarily love how much they're emphasizing this. Like it's a big selling point kind of thing. Just like the reveal trailer, I am optimistic. It looks like they're making a lot of really good changes here. The ideas, the concepts are all awesome. I just really hope that there's execution. Yeah, I'm getting sent to the AHL for sure. I'm riding the bus. Another reason that I really hope this is good is because, let's be honest, we're probably stuck with it for the next 3-4 years. I know that sounds like a dig. I don't mean it as a dig. Obviously, the developers are working very hard. As someone in software myself, I understand that there are constraints, budget, resources, etc. This screen also is slightly concerning to me because I feel like they're talking about who's gonna pay for the ball game. This screen as well kind of also hammers on that point because it just seems like different dialogue but the same kind of stuff. So I'm not really sure what to think about that. Maybe it'll be less frequent. I know they've obviously heard our complaints, as is evident by the pricey pond hockey. Let me know what you guys think. I wanted to highlight both sides of the coin. I wanted to highlight the good stuff as well as some stuff that I'm slightly concerned about. But all things considered, I am so fired up and I can't wait to start up a Be a Pro and let in the first shot. It's just tradition at this point. But yeah, the goalie Be a Pro is definitely going to be the first thing we fire up. Game's looking pretty good.